What brings you back to this place every year?
It's a highlight of the year actually. I'm waiting for this week to come every year. It's a joyful week, you know. I mean, everybody who is interested in making piano music can spend more magical week here, I think. You spend all your week with music, talking about music, listening, playing. Beautiful atmosphere. I mean, the place is beautiful. It's get away from everyday life. It's something very unusual.
Part of the ethos is to make music in very, very beautiful surroundings, and that doesn't need proving that that works, because the way people relax in the week that they're here is wonderful to behold. We are lucky enough here to have a swimming pool too, and I was originally worried that people would spend all their time in the swimming pool. But people work like mad here. They really, really concentrate. They take it extraordinarily seriously. And then we have this blissful 2 hours in the sun, if we wish, in the afternoon. And we are held and embraced by the outside beauty.
No, I don't think I could.
wanted 6 of them to be.
You're trying to cross every T and dot every I.
Vanessa, I would never deny you W. So, this is where we begin. This is breaking the ice. People are going to play and wonder what we think of them, and then they're going to be wondering what everyone else thinks of them. You know, the usual human thing.
You will always play better than on the first day, and so that's good. And it doesn't matter whether you mess it up or not, because you don't come in with that intention, but you know, sometimes nerves can get the better of you and a whole range of things, and then you build on it, and it's surprising how the desire to succeed and make something happen almost makes you perform above your sort of normal learning rate, if you like.
For me, it's an opportunity to be in a very different world and experience people from a very different world and immerse myself in music, which is very refreshing and fun. Also challenging because, of course, it's an area which is not my principal career, so it's challenging.
The thing about most music courses that I have researched, they really are for the conservatory students. They're not really interested in old codgers like me. And that's the unique thing about this, that not only does it attract and welcome the amateur pianist, but the bond between the amateur older pianists and the younger, as it were, gifted pianist is quite magical. And I know for a fact that the younger pianists actually quite like it. They like the grannies and the granddads being there, and they socialise with us just as much as they do with each other.
What you just did, which is great, is that you just played it less. Well, I'm not going to say less in time, but you just played it with a little bit more freedom, rhythmically in the right hand, which is fine. Da-da-da, 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 that's got to be there. Otherwise, the internal rhythms against it are not intelligible. Right. You see?
had an amazing class. It was just one. Well done, Blake. It was amazing. Thank you. It was one better thing after another.
I focus on more repertoire, perhaps earlier in the Baroque and classical period, and Paul does a little more in the 20th century in the French repertoire. But there's a lot of crossover as well. For example, the Romantic literature for Chopin, Liszt, and Mendelssohn. Schumann, we both enjoy sharing that repertoire, and we do get a lot of inspiration from each other, listening to each other, and just comparing notes. And it's very, very inspiring and one of the most enjoyable weeks of my 52 weeks of the year.
The week has been brilliant as ever. The teaching is fantastic. You just get a level of insight that you couldn't possibly get from a normal piano lesson. Getting different influences and different people to tell you different things, and sometimes they agree and occasionally they disagree, and then trying to understand from all of that what the best way of interpreting the music is just a delight. And the level of understanding of the music and how the music works, both harmonically and melodically, and also sort of the musicology of it and how the piece is developed and how it fits into the whole repertoire is just fantastic.
How's this week been in general for you?
It's been great. I've just really brought that one piece, and I've worked really, really hard at it, and I was feeling kind of, this is too big a piece to have brought, too much to do in it, too difficult. But I've just had really great teaching. I've really, really learnt, and each four of the teachers have given different input, but some really similar things to do with breathing and movement, and also the sort of orchestral nature of the music. So those are the sort of things they all had in common, and then they each had their different touches, and yeah, I've learnt loads.
Sorry, next one's come out. Yeah, is that why source you have left? Right.